topic is today we going into it, getting real deep a little bit. We got all these people trolling off of Alpo, drug kingpin, ex drug kingpin slash snitch, cold-blooded murderer. He knew what he was. That's what he was. All that other stuff, it's nothing personal. He was doing what he do, and people were doing what they do. People die in the game for good reasons and simple reasons. And everybody judging. Don't get me wrong. I was part of the clique. You know what I mean? So I understand the feeling everybody got. And as you get older, you learn to understand certain things better than the way we were thinking then. But the fact is, Alpo's not dead. And I'm going to give you the facts. I'm going to give you some facts that sound really sincere that came from certain people. Okay, now, we're looking at everybody's talking about how he got shot. Everybody said it was high up, the truck was high. All right, the truck was high. Oh, it was a marksman that shot him because you could see it was masked. Oh, the lady set him up when he was asking for a cigarette. Oh, a girl called him over to a party and set him up. Oh, the government, they killed him because he know too much, and they realized he was back out here doing something. Yo, I respect all you other podcasters and all that because y'all just doing what you do. But Lazana Don ain't going to do that. We ain't going to just tell you something just to get troll or get it, man. It ain't going to be like that. I don't need 1 million hits. I don't need 1 million or nothing. I do this because I like doing this. So it ain't about me competing and trying to catch up. But the real talk is half of you dudes don't even know these dudes. And the ones who do know them is exploiting what they got. Because if you was going to make some money, you'd go for the big payday. Don't go for the little payday. That little payday scraps to just show people that you knew him, and everybody knew him. You know what I mean? Let me go into something before I go in and tell you why. Let me tell you something. I used to fuck with him. He wasn't always the guy who killed Rich. Y'all got to remember this now. See, everybody looks at him because y'all know him as the guy who killed Rich. The guy who ratted on Wayne. You know what I mean? Some of us know him before y'all gave him, or he gave himself that label. Because he brung that on himself. But he was somebody else before that. But he's always been who he is in reality of his actions and what he do. So you know when people say things about the guy, I'm like, yeah, he done what he did, but I had great times with him at times. You know what I mean? You know, we've been in Virginia Beach. You know them dudes. Make sure everybody's straight on hotels. We don't got to buy nothing and all whatever. You know what I'm saying? This regular good freeloading life. You know what I mean? When you with niggas and they want to spend their money, you let them spend it. They got it to do that. He was always cracking jokes and making jokes on other niggas' shit about how slow that shit is, or yo, that shit is, he was that type of dude. He was flamboyant. You know what I mean? Yo, get the girls. Come on, let's go back to the room. Gotta get a bunch of them, man. Fuck that. He was like that. That's what he did. Now, Rich is more of a laid-back, smooth dude. He was more like, I was more like Al. I was wild and wanted to be in every scene and be on the club. Rich wasn't more like that. Rich come to the scene, you knew who he was when he pull up and he chill. You know, those niggas did this. All of them both had some different ways. So when people say, oh, they didn't get along, they didn't click, they was having beef. No, Rich lived the way he lived, and he lived the way he lived. You know, sometimes they bump heads. He might come over to, yo, come on, let's go. And Rich be like, man, I ain't trying to do that shit, man. You go and do that shit. That's what you want to do. You do that shit. That's the type of disagreement they usually. There was no crazy stuff that I never seen. I ain't gonna say nobody's lying. Nobody's. This is, you know what I mean, allegedly. But me seeing them, that's how it was. You know what I mean? Everybody didn't have disagreements, and everybody don't agree on situations because everybody got their own vision how they feel like they can make more money than the other person. But it's always the person that don't have the work always think they can do better with the work. Instead of just being happy that you with the work. But that's another story in its own. But like I was saying, like when I think about him, it don't first thing don't come in my mind is what he did to Wayne and them. Cause that's just something he did then. But we talking about what he did in 2 months. It fucked up a lot of people. And they got a reason to feel like they feeling because he fucked them up. But the ones who don't know him like that, he didn't do that too, but they only remember him from giving them ice cream and cookies. You only gonna remember this dude for giving you ice cream and cookies, regardless how anybody else look at him and say. Because you only know him for ice cream and cookies. So don't be mad at the people who don't see him the same way you see him. Some people ain't in the drug game, don't give a damn about what he did in the drug game and who he killed. Some people glad that he killed some drug dealers. You know what I mean? So be careful. You know, people don't understand that this dude really was just being who he is. And y'all could be mad at him, but if you in the game, like I know when I was in the game, people stick up people. I didn't hate stick up dudes because some stick up dudes hung with me and they come sit with me and tell me who they licked. So, you know, it's common sense, I'm just saying. It's business. You don't want it to happen. You can react how you want to if somebody robbed you. You want to lay them down or you want to let it go or you want to just shine, let that nigga know it wasn't that much money, wasn't nothing. It's on you, how you handle it. I'm not saying who's the right way to handle nothing. 'Cause who am I? Every situation is dealt with on the situation that which you, how you think and how you could live with it. But you got to realize that this man has been doing what he's been doing. He's been putting the murder game down for a minute now. He's putting the murder game down when he was with the posse. So, as you being one of the posse, you got to expect that this can go wrong anytime with a murderer. So, for people to think that it wouldn't go wrong, they crazy. But the fucked up thing is that it did go wrong, and people got to realize in this game, shit goes wrong. Misunderstandings get people killed all the time in this game. It's never changed. A lot of good men died because they thought that they was going to rap. Somebody put the wrong thing into the big boy name, and the big boy said that this guy might do this, but they the ones doing it. You know how many big, good guys has died, took the fall for the bad guy? And it happens. Oh, please don't think I'm justifying nothing about what Alpo did. What he did was wrong. What we all do is wrong. He ain't no wronger than me. He ain't no wronger than me. I was out there with him. He killed Rich. I'm selling dope to the kids that they giving me. Come on, all this shit is the same, man. All of this shit. It's no different. How many people I probably gave something to and fucked somebody up, or anybody gave something to and fucked somebody up that you don't even know? You know what I mean? And some of us live certain lives. All these OGs that's getting out here, they got good reputation. They got good podcasts. They got all that. You put work in, too. You changed. What make you think he can't change? They thought you couldn't change. And you changed. That man couldn't live with what he did. He the same like this dude. It's another dude out of the way where I'm at, man. You know, where I'm from, man. You know, and some people love the limelight. It kills them when they can't have that limelight. And, you know, he wanted that limelight so bad. That's what he lived for. Al lived for the limelight. Al just wanted the money so he can do the stuff in the limelight. Al didn't give a damn. Al loved the limelight and the power of reputation. Meant everything to him. Reputation meant everything to him. He joked around, he kidded. He hung around real dudes. Real dudes fuck up too. Everybody keep on thinking real dudes fuck up. Real dudes get scared. Real dudes panic. Real dudes make mistakes. Some of them real bad. Some of them are real little. Some of them are sneaky. This is real one-on-one. Not that shit these niggas trying to give you, all this motherfucking shit they trying to give you. I'm not giving you what they trying to give you, man. This shit they talking about with the streets, everybody's telling you like they got all the answers, and they don't have the answers to this shit, man. They don't got the answers of why Alpo went wanting to walk the street. It's 100 reasons why he might have wanted to walk the street. That ain't for me to try to figure out why he walked the street. That man want to walk out there and he know he can get hurt, then that's his prerogative. Y'all trying to figure out the wrong shit. Y'all up here, people wouldn't say a damn thing. Didn't hear nobody use Alpo name when he was out here. And I'm going to tell you why a lot of dudes that do know him and fuck with him didn't use his name, because they felt like, hey, I don't want to bring all that type of negativity, because they was scared they're going to get negativity because they know there's a lot of people that love Rich and love other people that died. Because Rich ain't the only one he killed that was loved like Rich. It was a lot of other people loved like Rich. We just loved Rich because we love Rich. That was our Rich. You know what I mean? But they got their Rich. They feel the same way. You know, on the record, it's 14 Riches that people keep on don't be realizing. And those 14 Riches that y'all don't realize, we talking about the other ones that he did. Slap up, pistol whip, shot in the ass. These guys are still around. These guys elevated to different type of species themselves. Some of these guys didn't just stay that soft nigga he shot in the ass, that soft nigga that he slapped. These guys didn't change. Some of these guys developed and became more. Some went down, but all of them didn't go down. Some of them were sitting there and had some cake and stuff. It could have been, that's what I'm saying, could have been anybody. It's like, who shot JR? That's what this is. Who shot JR? Everybody. Come on. Now, on that note, letting y'all know the difference in between, y'all got to realize that this man was loved by people. He was somebody's daddy that loved him regardless what he do. He was somebody's man that loved him regardless whatever he had to do to get back out there to them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, these people have people. Even though the way the people who got hurt say fuck his people, and that's understandable why they say that. And it's understanding how they saying fuck them too. Both of them right. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong, because you can't tell nobody how to feel. But these dudes are trolling like crazy, man. Come on, y'all know the game. It's what it is, man. There ain't no rules in this shit, man. I get tired of everybody talking about his rules. I'm one of them dudes that supposed to be following them rules. You know what I got following them rules? Problems. Always. The good guy, always. Keeping it 100. Yo, fuck this. I ain't fucking with them. I ain't gonna do this. Let them get away with shit, and these motherfuckers keep on doing it. And then when you go after them, you go punch them in the mouth. Oh, the DA picked up the charges. How did the DA pick up? Don't you gotta tell him it wasn't me? The DA picked up the charges. Now I gotta still keep on going to court because you ain't coming to court. When you could come to court and just be real, that wasn't him, man. And you handle our business out in the street, but you want them to fuck me over. So that's all the same source of snitching, all this stuff, man. It's no rules. Y'all keep on thinking it's rules. My boy Gene said some real shit. Big Gene, you got to check out his podcast, man. I love him, man. He keeps it 100 too. But y'all got to listen, man. Listen, there's no honor among thieves. So you're dealing with people that take, it's different. People that take life, money, girls, cars, possessions. Anybody that takes sneakily or takes in front of you this aggressively, don't make no difference. They can't be trusted because they want yours. And if you ever have more, they're going to want yours. It's that simple. It's that simple. You can't have a lot and you're not sharing enough to. And if you're sharing enough, they still going to feel like you ain't gave them enough. Now going back into all these people saying, oh, he's a snitch. All right, we know that, and I feel that. But let me tell you how I look at a lot of y'all. You say he's a snitch, but then y'all hanging with niggas that snitches. Y'all hanging with 2021 snitches. What you talking about? Y'all got 2021 snitches with y'all, and then who gives the person the right to pick who is all right to snitch and could be still cool and who ain't all right to be cool with? Tell me, who made that rule? This man got knocked off. If he got knocked off and whatever happened, it didn't come from the niggas who felt like that. It didn't come from the niggas who felt like that. It came from somebody who just fucking got lucky and made a move, if that happened. If that happened. If it happened. Cause we're going to go into some facts on this detail of his killing. I'm going to tell you. You know? Sure, everybody's talking this shit. That's why I'm not showing no pictures of Poe, Rich. I got pictures too. I'm not going to be on here just telling y'all I was cool with them like that. I was cool with Nuck, Fly Ty. Me and Fly Ty used to be together every day. Peanut, all of us, Quack Quack, Naki, all of us rode. We rode hard. Them dudes used to be with me in North Carolina. Come on. I was with them. Not no trolling like these niggas trolling for the. They got the troll. Listen, man, I was with them. I brought them to Yonkers. YO, nigga. I brought them to YO. Did a show at Arthur's, dude. I brought Mob Style to Arthur's, dude. I was street, nigga. I had street credibility. Still got it, but still saying. Me and Gangsta Losers sit on the block, bust them daggone hoagies and shit down. We used to chill. Every time I come in from North Carolina, I brung Bismarcky and all them niggas right to Arthur's. I brung them there. Come on. I was in there and all that shit when all that shit was going down. I had Lucy's. Throwing the parties with Lucy. DJ Capri was my DJ. Come on. I had the hottest DJ, my DJ. I was in the mix. You know what about that mix was? I ain't get shit out of that mix, man. I ain't get shit until I left all them motherfuckers alone and did me. That's what these dudes got to learn. That shit didn't mean nothing. I hung with Mike Tyson. He come there, dropped off his Lamborghini, left it there, paid at the door, told me to let everybody in who come and say his name. Mike Tyson, yeah. I really do this, man. I really hung with Harlem, man. I really was with the Harlems. You know what I mean? I sat around some real names that can't even say their names. And that's why I'm wondering how these people were saying all these names on these podcasts that y'all wouldn't be saying before. I remember it was taboo to say certain people's names, especially in certain type of sentences. And now y'all doing it? Wow. That's a big change in society and within the underground. I remember you say somebody's name, you might get a visit. And you don't want that visit. You couldn't talk about Preacher and all them people like that out in public. back in my days. You couldn't talk about Al either back in them days. Certain people you couldn't be talking their business if it wasn't you wasn't down with that business. And if you was down with that business, you shouldn't have been talking about it anyway with somebody else involved in that business. Because it ain't just your business no more. It's your business. So when you violate both of you or whoever was involved. And then you know what that led to? That's right. So when I'm seeing y'all up on these podcasts and saying all this reckless stuff because y'all feel like y'all media and whatever it is, let me tell you something, man. Y'all didn't get y'all shit together, man. I don't give a damn about how good you podcast or whatever you do, man. Y'all better keep it real because there's some people out here ain't playing about their names and shit because y'all be just pushing some shit. Sometimes it don't even be real or right. I'm listening to somebody. I was in the barber shop the other day, and I'm in North Carolina, and I hear a person talking about the situation. They say, yo, I'm like, listen, man, nah, they ain't like it how it is. Oh, yo, cut the news, the radio, the podcast said this, yo, how you think you know? I said, because, motherfucker, I was fucking there. I'm not telling you no shit like I heard. It's a lot of things I be around and fuck with and do things. Like Jada Kid said, sometimes you know, but you don't know. You know what I mean? That's how you got to be. That's why I'm so cool with people and I can do because I can go places and not tell everybody. You know how much I be wanting to brag to y'all motherfuckers sometime when I come back and say, man, I was just with Kiss. I was just with Fab. I was just with I be wanting to brag too. But it seems so lame to me for something that's just so simple. And I'm not making money off of it. So who I'm bragging to? I just like the good feeling that I got that I can go around them and they fuck with me like that. So I get the thrill out of that, not the thrill out of telling y'all. I used to do that back in the days, want to stand up on the stage with the nigga. I don't even go on the stage now when they do shows. Now I stay in the crowd. We mix when they finish. But ain't nothing wrong with the ones who want to be on the stage. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying I just outgrow that. I'm 50-something years old. I don't supposed to be on the stage no more. You see? Y'all don't see what's happening. This is a movement coming in. You know, people are going to make moves on these people that's ratting. And it's only right. If they ratting, they need to get what you tell on a person and you fuck a nigga life up. Yeah, they should fuck your life up. That's simple. That's that simple. That's simple. But you can't expect the people that love them gonna help you do it. That's where you go wrong. You can't convince nobody else to hate somebody because you hate them. Because what he did to you that you hate him for and what he did for them to love him might be equal. You know what I mean? Feeding a motherfucker when their stomach was not full at all, their stomach ain't growling. To murder somebody they don't know, they don't care. People get killed every day. People get ratted on every day. And people don't realize people are hurt every day when something like that happens. It hurts real bad. Don't you know when a person kills somebody, the person family, that the person who did the killing, don't you know it hurts them as the same as it hurts the person that lost somebody? Don't you know some families really, they so hurt, like, how dare you kill somebody? You know, they really feel it. I would feel it if my son killed somebody. I would feel it for both of the families. A person with this basic instincts and basic knowledge, you're going to feel so bad that your kid did it. And you're going to feel bad for the family that's got to suffer because your kid did some dumb shit. Come on. I'm friends with people in Yonkers, New York, and Slow Bomb. Man, little dude made a mistake and shot his best friend in the hallway, man. And that wasn't even on purpose. But to know that he killed him and his family, both families are like, yo, this is crazy. And this is the shit y'all don't get, man. And I'm telling you, because I got a shooter in the family. My little son is like that, man. He just ain't no rat or nothing like that, but he's wild. He was wild out here. So I understand how people think and how you will react to a situation, because I think about how I would react if situations ever fell in my hand in that position. There's no rules. And y'all hearing it from Lazana Don, man, straight up. Right now, you're hearing it from me, Lazana Don, a.k.a. Country Keith. There's no rules. I didn't get this far following rules. There's no rules. Ain't no rules, and nobody saying they ain't waiting outside your door and kicking your door and rob you and shoot you in the head. Ain't no rules they kidnap my daughter and do some dumb shit. There's no rules, man, to this shit. So when you get in this shit, you better know what you're getting into. Why you think us old motherfuckers was getting out? We was trying to get out. Only these motherfuckers that think the thrill is there all the time, because it is a thrill. And once you can't get rid of that thrill and you don't realize your thrill is fake, you fucked up. You fucked up. That's the trick. It gets us all. You ain't gonna be the first one to be got. You ain't gonna be the first one to been tricked. We all been tricked. It's just how fast you gonna catch on to it. I ain't saying that don't go make no money and don't do that. I'm saying you make that decision to make money, do it smart. You don't have no secret if you got customers. It's that simple. If you got customers, you have no secret. So you got to be smart in whatever you're doing. And you got to know you have a plan not to be in there, because the longer you stay in, the easier to pick you off. If you catch on what I'm saying, the longer you stay in, the more easier it is for them to pick you off. So if you got to use your means to do what you got to do to get where you want to go, then you do what you got to do. I'm never going to tell you that, because I know what I had to do for me. And it worked for me, but it might not work for you. So when you hear all these trolling dudes talking about all these mysteries and all this stuff, dude was just another black dude that made a wrong fucking decision, and he had to live by it. And he was right. Nobody should even feel no kind of way. He said he lived by what he did. So it's that simple. It was done. He didn't give a fuck. So whatever y'all saying, how you feel about that, you're just a waste of time. You just sounding like a dickhead, because he didn't give a damn how you thought about him and how he felt about his situation. It was what it was. If you were going to murder him or you wasn't. It's that simple. If you walking around just looking at him mean and just wanting to be and just want to talk about him all the time, you're just making him famous. Everybody calling him a rat, kingpin, this, that. Y'all made him go viral so much that now they're going to make a movie off of his shit that he fucking did. Y'all the greatest fucking haters and fans in the fucking world. Star, rich off of y'all hating ass motherfuckers, and it ain't nothing wrong, and I'm not mad. I wish I can get my haters to get me paid like that. But that's what you did. Y'all talk about him so much, but you talk about you don't like. Listen, where I came up, you don't give a fuck about a motherfucker. You don't even talk about him. It'll go so long not talking about him. When you do come up about him, niggas say, "Oh, that nigga still here? I didn't know he was still around." You know what I'm saying? That's how it comes. That's how it becomes when you're so real within yourself, man. You don't be thinking about that. I've been home for so long. I hear once in a blue moon, my man might send me a text and say, Harlem dude was just spotted somewhere, and I'll be like, word? Like, oh, all right. He's like, where you at? I said, I'm in North Carolina. He's like, oh, I know you don't give a fuck. You basically got it right. Really don't give a fuck. When he come across and I see him walking on there, I'm like, yo, this dude got balls. He got balls. He got balls. And it's like Gangsta Lou said, we look at everybody, once we was around, we look at them differently how everybody look at these dudes, because we know what we was capable of doing and what they was capable of doing. So people that was capable, when you see them other gangsters and they be talking on it, they ain't talking down on Alpo or Wayne or anybody. They ain't talking down. Gangsters think like that. Gangsters think just like pro boxers. Gangsters think just like pro boxers. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. And gangsters the same way. Like, yo, fuck him. He ain't nothing. I pull guns too. That's how that is. Every gunner got a gunner. That's why you got to know when to quit. It's just like sports. You got to know when to quit. It's just when you don't know when to quit in the game, it's lights out. In sports, you look like an asshole. You know what I mean? So y'all got to really get with this and check it out. But now I'm going to go and tell you now. Then we're going to get down to it now. How we know he ain't dead. This is why he's not dead. I'm going to tell you the two factors. Now, I listen to everybody's shit because I always listen. I listen to everybody to see who's trolling, who came out the woodwork talking all this shit. They never said his name before, wouldn't even be able to speak to him if they seen him. And top it off, they wouldn't be able to go on the blocks now. They don't even hang on the blocks that they talk about. So, you know what I mean? I hear a lot of these guys, man. Yeah, you slick with the talk. You got your likes. You buying a couple of them and whatever, how you doing it. But, yo, that's all good. And then you want them to look good. That's all good. But in the end of the day, your pockets ain't right and you ain't got a home and all that shit. You talking all that shit. How y'all can front and do what you want. It's all about what you could do and get that money. That's what it's about. But the end of the day, the facts is, a couple of these guys said some shit that made sense. But they didn't even realize they made sense because they were putting so much other bullshit in to get you all to get likes and get subscribers. The fact is, he got shot 5 times, chest. Chests have arteries and airflows all in that area. The chances are they hit an artery or hit something that was, if he died on his way there, meaning he was bleeding really fast around the heart or somewhere. And internally, he would have spit blood out because he was gasping for air when they said they got him. One, you gasping for air, blood is going to go on the windshield or on the dashboard or on the steering wheel. And you're not going to wipe it off because y'all need to know who blood it is to make sure it was nobody else in the vehicle. So we know you didn't wipe it off. All right. 2, he got shot in the chest 5 times. He said one time or one in the arm. Blood would have splattered in one of them arteries somewhere and would have dripped in the seat because he was driving. His adrenaline was gone. Then he hit. Ran into the car. Right? Nobody seen nothing about after he ran into the car. Only thing they seen was the shots, and he rode further enough away from the place where the people at the place wouldn't be following them. You get what I'm saying? So nobody didn't see nothing. People just seen him drive off and heard the shots and him drive off. He drove off further enough. If you look at the scene, he drove off further enough and then crashed the car in front of a precinct. So now he could just run right into the precinct and the cops block off everything and they start their crime scene. You see what I'm saying? So the time y'all get down there, they already got the crime scene up and everything. Nobody sees no body come out. Nobody seen the body. Ain't seen no pictures of the body. And I know people with these cameras and videos, why they got no picture of the body coming out? Why, the AM lamps? We ain't got no picture of no AM lamps shooting over there. We don't got no picture of nobody at the hospital. I'm just saying. Even the news people didn't go to the hospital and say, this guy's in the hospital, this is, he died here, no statement. And I'm sure all his family would have went to the hospital. And nobody got no pictures of him out at the hospital? Okay, that's another thing. Okay, now we not seeing no blood. And they said it hit him in the arm, hit him, these certain places he said he was hit. And then he said he was throwing drugs out the car when he got hit. All right, if you got hit in the arm, so which arm did you get hit at? Because how can you throw drugs out the car? Your windows was up when you got hit. How can you throw drugs out the car if the window got hit while it was up? Because you had to be throwing the drugs out the car after you got hit. So how can you throw the drugs? How can you get the drugs out the car if you got hit and you crashed down the street? This is what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Now the truck is driving, you driving. Boom, 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 boom. You driving. You got hit. Oh, I'm hit. You driving. Alpo's a right hander. So most likely he was holding it with his left. But he couldn't hold it with his left because if they shot from that side, 9 out of 10 he got hit on the side that the window was. So that arm is hit. He's crunched, so he's driving with the right hand. So now he's driving with the right hand. How he throw the drugs out? How he throw the drugs out? Tell me, y'all. How did he throw the drugs out? The window. He was hit. And the mask don't mean nothing because they said those ain't where the bullets went. So the glass must ricochet if that happened. Ricocheted because where the mask was, would have been right in his chest. All of them would have been in the chest, but they wasn't all chest shots. Okay. Now we go down to the second main factor. And I don't know if they slipped up and let it out. This dude, his man is Gene, and Gene is his man. I know Gene is his man. You know, certain people, we all in the in crowd, that dude really fucks with real dudes, Gene, Big Gene. And Big Gene, when he usually tells something, man, as long as I knew him, his shit always be on point. I don't know him to really just, Gene never been the type to just make up no shit, and I can stand behind what he's saying. Now, Gene said this motherfucker had a vest on. He said his brother told him he had a vest on. I believe he had a vest on. That's why you seen no blood. That's why you seen no splatters. And all the bullets, ain't no bullets was found inside, pills out of the car. I didn't see no holes, so the bullet didn't go through nothing. You go back and look at the seat. Ain't no bullets went through the seats. An arm shot, usually a bullet go through an arm. So, you know, a lot of little technically things that don't sound too kosher. So I believe he had the vest on. So if he had the vest on, what I'm thinking, this is my theory. I believe that it was time for him to leave the streets. He said he wanted to go out there for a little while and do what he wanted to do his bucket list, see his homies, spend some time with the family, see everybody, and then he was going to go into and do what he going to do, leave. I believe that's what he did. Halloween was the best time to do it. Stage the shot, the shit that went down. He already got his deal set up already for his documentary with Faison. Faison and his girl, they already got that already in the making. They was getting ready to wait for that check to be cut. That check's going to be cut. He going to get his money. Nigga going to go sit somewhere nice and pretty, man. Do one movie and probably start investing in Fabian. Probably start doing some movies and stuff because, you know, Fabian, that nigga smart too. That's a thug and he's smart, man. I follow him. He's a real smart dude, man. I know how this is going down. Y'all heard it from me first. Lasagna Don, baby. I be giving it to you the way it is. You know what I mean? I'm giving it to you like it is. I don't think he's dead. He's not dead. It don't add up. No bullets in the seats, no bloods in the seat, no bullet went through none of the soft meat, soft tissues. And no bullets was high. They was high. They was really some good bullets because them motherfuckers didn't even bust the glass. They left holes in the glass. Them glasses designed to shatter on impact. I mean, them bullets all went in about the same damn time, close to each other time, enough before the other one could shatter and make it in the set and hit again. Them things, do. They all was in there, in that glass, and they made sure they hit where they wanted to hit. So they made it look good. Made it look good. Hollywood, baby. It's Hollywood. So then it was in a car. I'll give you the other factor. They got bullet shells on the ground. I seen 3 bullet shells with 3 cups with a cup with the shell on it. It was a big kind of shell, big shell. So there had to be 9s or 40s. Had to be about 9 millimeters. So I seen the shells. So they didn't. So they was leaning out the car. So where the shells is down there by the truck where he was at, where the truck crashed. But the shooting was down the street. So when did they do the last shootings at? They did some more shootings in front of the police precinct? Or I might just got that wrong. I might got that a little wrong. I'm gonna go back and check that out. But I seen them have bullet shells. But either way, they said it was a drive-by. I'm thinking if they driving, they shooting shells. Those shells are gonna blow a little further away from the scene. I'm not a rocket scientist. You know, I shot a couple of them things off before. You know, I know the experience, and I shot a couple of them driving before. So I'm like, bullets kick back. You know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Professional hit wouldn't have used an automatic. They would use a caliber where the bullets would have stayed inside the gun. The shells would have stayed inside of the gun. So they don't leave no evidence at all. They love shells so they can make it look good, the whole 9. And then it's cameras. New York is a police state. Cameras everywhere. They don't know who shot him. And you telling me the cameras in front of the in front of the daggone police station don't work? You tell me all the cameras around all them businesses, nobody cameras work now? So if that's the case, I need to go down there and break in some of them businesses. You tell me no light, no cameras work. Yo, on that note, man, I'm just letting you know, he ain't dead, man. The man just left to go do his second life, man. He came in and fucked with his friends that he wanted to fuck with, who he fuck with. He did that, made a couple deals. The last deal he wanted to do was that documentary to tell his story and get it out. A diary of a killer. He did it his way. And then he left looking like he got shot up. Good move. Good move. On that note, love is love. Live your life like you live. And I'll see y'all again tonight at 10 to 11. I'm going to change the time probably to 8 to 9. So I'll let you know tonight. If you see me, I might come on at 8. So that'll be the new time. But give it some thought, y'all. Stop following these podcasts but don't stop following them. Follow them. But read between the lines. You know, you got to make comments to these guys like, yo, come on, dude. You adding a little too much into it. You know what I mean? We got to keep it close to 100. Not close to 190, not 99. Close to 100. Got to be up there, not a little bit down. Come on, y'all. Just give these people, we going to be worse as the motherfucking white media, then we need to get our shit together. You know what I mean? We really do. We really do. We got to. We got to. We got to get ourselves together. We got to make sure that we protect our kids. These stray bullets, people are getting hit. Innocent people are getting hit. Man, come on, y'all. This shit is real. When the gangsters wanted to be out there, we celebrate every time a damn gangster movie come on. Make me want to put a damn stereo of my fucked up life out there. Like, damn, that's what y'all want to see, the fucked up life? Nobody want to see somebody with a happy life? God damn, we live so hard all our life that we would think that we want to see some good shit on TV. I was happy to see Bill Cosby and fucking them good shows, black wholesome shows. I was happy to see them. When you really live that life, you don't want to see that shit all the time. I don't know. But I'm going to let y'all go.